Hey, today we're going to go over a post from the official Helldivers 2 social media team. We'll also go over an Arrowhead CEO post about the Game Awards. I'll discuss a few bugs with the Python Commandos Warbond, including an infinite ammo glitch. Plus, we've got more to talk about. If you could do me a favor, tap the like button right away, consider subscribing, and tapping the hype button below. With that said, let's jump in. Okay, divers, we're going to talk about two things you should absolutely be aware of with the new Python Commandos. First off, there's a glitch that you might not be aware of, and it can happen if you use the new quick swap feature that was introduced in the recent patch. But before we go over it, I want to give credit to the person right here who discovered it recently and posted it on the Glitch Unlimited Discord. Anyway, with that out of the way, what you'll want to do is use the new feature that lets you quickly swap your programmable ammo or settings on your weapon. I'm sure a vast majority of you have already enabled this already, but what you may not know is that there's a glitch with it that doesn't waste your ammo. Essentially, it's an infinite ammo glitch, and how it's done is very interesting. For instance, I've got the brand new ARGL2112 from the Python Commandos Warbond, and as you know, with this particular weapon, you can swap to the grenade launcher. Nonetheless, now that we've got the ARGL in our loadout and you know what's going on, we're going to pause the game, go to options, and scroll down until we see the two options for controller and for PC, which of course is mouse and keyboard. If you're on PC, you'll click on mouse and keyboard, then click on the combat tab. Once you've done that, scroll down until you find the quick weapon wheel for up, down, left, and right. At this point, you'll want to bind it to a key or your mouse wheel, which is what I've done here. I've changed the quick wheel down to the mouse wheel down. However, if you're going to use the programmable option on the right side, you'd obviously change it to a different key or a button you're going to use. Speaking of which, you have the same options on the controller to choose a specific button for your quick weapon wheel, as you can see here. So change it to whatever you'd like. Okay, we're now going to dive down onto a planet, and for video purposes, I'm going to waste all of my grenade launcher ammo right away so that I have none left. At this point, we'll obviously swap to our 8mm ammo using the quick swap weapon wheel. As you saw earlier, I changed it so that it swaps when I scroll down. Anyway, with that said, the method here is pretty simple. You're going to fire once, tap the reload button or key, then tap the key or button to quickly swap your weapon wheel down. As you can see here, I'm reloading my grenade launcher that had no ammo at all, but suddenly it does. What's going on is, of course, the game thinks it's reloading the 8mm, but it's actually reloading the grenade launcher instead. I'm not entirely sure if it works on different weapons. I'd imagine it does, but I haven't tested it out myself. Nonetheless, let's go over it one more time so you get a better understanding of what's going on here. What you'll do is fire once using the 8mm option, then reload, and quickly swap to your grenade launcher using the quick swap key or button if you're on console, and you'll be able to fire the grenade launcher again. For me, all I had to do was scroll down once, and that would swap to the second option, which is the grenade launcher. So yeah, I thought this was an interesting glitch to talk about and see what you all think. I will say right here and right now that this isn't going to affect anyone. Considering this isn't a PvP game, and in the past there was a glitch that would allow players to have infinite ammo using the supply pack, right? And that didn't affect anyone then, so this shouldn't affect anyone currently. All in all, let me know what you think about this glitch going around, and what are your thoughts. Next up, the second thing you should know about the grenade launcher is that there's a bug currently where players are only able to fire the grenade launcher and cannot fire the actual rifle ammo. For instance, this Helldiver wrote, glitch with the 1-2, then continued on by saying that they had a rifle glitch where they could only shoot grenades despite having full rifle ammo. They tried to switch it using the quick toggle and the full grid pop-up, but nothing really resolves it until they actually, end up flopping over. And that right there is interesting. Someone actually talked about this yesterday as well, as you can see in this post here. Now, thankfully, the developers are fully aware of it, because if we head over to arrowheadzendesk.com, which is Arrowhead's support site for Helldivers 2, they had this to say right at the start. ARGL2112 may not fire after switching ammo types, after reloading from empty and switching ammo types mid-reload. So I believe this is pretty much what they're talking about with the 1-2 issues. I believe, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about. Also, since we're talking about known issues, the developers also wrote this here and wrote, aiming during reload animation will cause camera to zoom in when in ADS mode. If you've recently experienced that bug, well, they're aware of it and will probably resolve it in the next patch. Continuing on, the third bug the developers brought up is with the SG-88 break action shotgun that can be found on the field, and basically what's going on here is that it's only reloading one shell at a time, similar to a shotgun we've recently received, which I'm sure you're all aware of, and that's the Double Freedom. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. They somehow messed up the code so that it's similar. Interesting. Next, at number 4, the developers wrote, some attachments and their stats are not changed in preview until purchasing and equipping. And that's another issue that recently popped up. And lastly, this one is for Magma World Operations. They wrote, Magma World Operations will change missions if closing and reopening the game mid-operation. So overall, those are all the issues reported recently. And if we check out the bottom here, they've done a great job at eliminating quite a few bugs. And you all saw that in the recent patch, how they they absolutely nailed out tons and tons of issues. As well as including, fixing some issues with optimization and whatnot. But yeah, that's what's going on currently with all the issues in-game. Let's now switch topics by discussing a few theories going around that the devs have plans to add more planets to the galactic map, and to be honest, the examples I'm about to show actually sound convincing. Now, we know that recently the devs revealed a total of 3 magma planets that previously weren't there but suddenly appeared on the galactic map, right? So there are a few Helldivers out there who have a few guesses as to what the developers might do next. For instance, the planet Nival here used to have a supply line connected to Oceane. That was until the devs removed it completely, and the strange thing is, with the recent magma planets emerging, they might have deleted the supply line on purpose to add a planet here. Now, there's another idea going around on Reddit where a Helldiver pointed out, suspiciously, a squid homeworld-sized space in the back of the squid front. And there definitely is something there that is pretty big right there. So, something could obviously fit. And there's also another example here where someone pointed out Nival, as you can tell, that we just talked about. So, obviously, something is going to happen very soon to those areas. And I thought this was worth bringing up. Do you have any maybe theories of your own? Any ideas? Let's talk about it. We're going to move along here and discuss something else because this is very intriguing. The developers or the Helldivers 2 social media team posted this. On 29/11, Sea Forces, supported by loyalty intervention and enforcement squads, detained 14 individuals wearing tinfoil hats at the Democracy Cafe, a clear sign of dissident intent. Thanks to swift action, citizen surveys now report record-breaking levels of patriotism and you can see right here the image. This says, dissident rebel group arrested, 14 dissidents apprehended while planning sabotage at local cafe. Now, you might be wondering, why is this intriguing? How could this mean anything? Well, there's something you should know about Major Truth. He might just be a total fed. Or something like that. He obviously made a deal with Super Earth because there's a post here where he says, people have started to show up, don't be late or you'll miss the cake and all the fantastic activities we have planned for the day. And a post below that talks about how you should not bring any weapons or anything, to the Democracy Cafe because whatever reasons, because the people there are nice. And obviously, that right there was suspicious. And it turns out, I'm not wrong. It was very well suspicious because they all got caught. And Major Truth hasn't spoken out at all about this. So, very intriguing. Also, for those that don't know, Major Truth revealed a bunch of stuff in the past about how, there's going to be a brand new flesh mob enemy. And this, of course, is something, cool that Arrowhead is playing around with. This is their account, essentially. And it's pretty cool, guys. A lot of awesome stuff here. And I thought this was very intriguing, like I said, multiple times already. But yeah, let me know what you think. Lastly, what we'll cover today is a post from the CEO about the Game Awards. We talked about this recently. I don't think there's going to be any sort of secret, things going on or any secret reveals, but I think we should talk about it. So what we have here, just to kind of quickly summarize this up, this Helldiver asked if Sham's excited about winning some awards, specifically with the CMs, and he responded back, "We're sending a few of them to the Game Awards. They've done a solid job. Hope we win, but competition is stiff. So many other great games." Now, with them bringing a whole bunch of people to the Game Awards, what could it mean? Are they going to release a secret reveal? I don't think so, but he also responded to another player asking about it, and he posted this emoji, so very interesting. I'm not going to tell you that it's a secret. I couldn't tell you if there's some sort of secret reveal going on, but who knows? I'll keep you updated on what's going on here. Finally, we've got the top comments. First, from All Do I Do, that question if we just got a Doomslayer build, and yeah, essentially with the Python Commandos, we have. The second top comment is by Henderson that wrote that the ARGL might be underwhelming or a little underwhelming. However, this allows them to use the ultimatum or another special secondary, and that's a great idea. I actually recommend using the grenade launcher, that way you have more grenade launcher ammo, essentially. The third and final top comment is by Silly Illies that said, "Who has the chainsaw now, huh? Get back here." And that clip was where the Devastator was running away, and yeah, absolutely, I love this comment so much. I actually ended up liking it right afterwards. But yeah, these are pretty much the top comments. Hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you can, support the video by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing, and turning on notifications. See you in the next one.